There we go.
Yeah, yeah,
Stream is live. So hello and welcome, internet. My name is Ink Knight, also known as Gladiator,
Yep.
and I'm joined here with Black
I'm
and
Bright
Bright Ops.
Ops.
There you go.
Yo.
Hello.
So let's begin something a little bit different this bit, and I'm going to ask my co-host on how their season been so far since we're about around midway, week 7, and so we'll go ahead and start with you, Black, since you are the top guy on the leaderboards right now.
Not anymore now.
What, really?
Unfortunately, I'm now third.
Wait. Wow, what? You were on the top bit of the leaderboards last week. Oh, so
Yes.
you got the L against who was it?
It was against the Bretonians.
Bretonians.
And
That is
yes.
an upset.
It is and isn't, but we'll get to that later. But all I could say is this: there are certain cohorts in last week's show while I was away in Mexico, all said I would win. Yeah, and I'm looking at you, Glad. You were
Wait.
However,
I cheered you on. I thought you were gonna freaking win. I thought this enough wasn't gonna screw you. You got good orc skills and whatnot. I thought you were gonna do decent.
Put it this way, I'm gonna be nice to you because you helped me out against against Ronki. I'm gonna be nice to you when I get my hands on you. So I'll be nice. I won't go on a murderous rampage.
Yeah, I leveled up for you
However,
guys.
Johnny, yeah. As for Johnny, however, if he thinks he's seen me as a runaway freight train last season, oh, he has not seen anything yet when I get my hands on him.
Yeah, your
And
team's looking
as
scary.
for Joe, if he thinks he knows suffering, he will know the meaning of the word when I get my hands on him right at the end of the season. You'll know the meaning.
Yeah, by then you probably have a troll and a gobbo. Alright. And how was your season so far, Bright Ops?
It hasn't been going. Like, I will admit, it could be going worse, but it's not the greatest I've ever had.
Okay. And how was your last match? Who'd you face?
As with the
The Undead team. Y'all tied
Yeah.
0-0. What?
yeah.
We'll get on to
Basically, it
that
was sort of-
later, but just sum it down
basically-
easy.
To sum it up, it was sort of a combination of Nuffle deciding to say "screw you" at key moments, but also a combination of Az has gotten really good with the undead of being able to stall.
Yeah.
He knows he knows how to position his team to maximize that, and he's definitely leveling up his mummies to really benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
As in this case, Muzarati.
Yeah, Maz.
Yeah, Maz.
We call him Maz for short.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Though I did kill one of his rights, which he.
Oops, I just freaking left the Discord by accident. That was my B. Let me join back in there with my co-host.
But
Could you repeat that? I accidentally clicked X on this on the chat.
Oh my God.
I was trying to
Yeah,
get rid of the
I killed-
extra one. Oh, I heard you killed
Yeah,
that. You killed a white. I heard that part.
yeah, killed a white, but he has replaced it. He has replaced it, though
Yeah,
it isn't a leveled up one.
All right.
Well,
Well,
to be fair, we know who the killer is.
but let's get on to that later. Let's go ahead and start some of these things involving with elves versus elves, dark elves versus high elves.
I have to admit that match. I'm sorry to the both elf players, but it was boring. I have to admit it was boring.
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys, but it was boring. It was just passy. There was some punches. I mean, the only good thing that came out of it was actually when, for once, Eternal actually fouled the witch elf 4 freaking times, and eventually killed it.
Okay.
But Apothecary saved it, and I was booing like hell.
Oh
We
man.
wanted to see Witch dead.
Yeah, I think we all probably would like to see that. Wow, 4 fouls against him, and he only got 1 expulsion. So, good up on you, Eternal, for doing some fouls for a change.
All those fouls were on that one witch.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Witch elves they can be kind of scary. Granted, they're not really leveled up yet, but either way, good game. Dice rolls look about elf dice, to be honest. Not that many pals, and it really wasn't that. Yeah, and the dark elves about near the same. Average dice for elves. He had a lot more skulls though.
Yeah, but you see what I mean though. It was a bit of a boring match.
Yeah, there wasn't. Granted, there was a good chunk of the injury scoring. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was 2 injuries for the Rehensibles, I believe. But something like that. Well, not a bad match. It was a close game. So 1-2, and Eternal is 3-0-3 now. So okay, we can roll with it. Now the freaking Dark Elves need to freaking lose a game for a change. Either way.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going up against the High Elves next, so that will be interesting.
Oh, you should be able to freaking trash him. We got a couple tackle pieces.
Indeed.
Next thing up,
Alright.
speaking of some more elves, is Wood Elves versus the Amazons, and I actually watched this match. It was pretty brutal.
Oh, good lord. Right, do you want to sum it up?
I haven't actually watched this match myself, honestly.
I have. Let's just say elves don't go great with punchy Amazons.
No, I think we best say that sums it up. It wasn't Kojiro who was winning the match. It was Nuffle going on autopilot against poor Ben.
Yeah, he really was. I'm not going to deny it. Freaking, he did 2 leap attempts, failed 1, so that's about average. 4 leap attempts, so he got 75%, so that's about average for that. But he had a reroll a few of them, I believe. And yeah,
he had a reroll a lot in that match.
And his dodges were pretty bad considering he had dodged most of his guys. So yeah, that was kind of nasty too. Yeah, Nuffle was messing with him, and oh my gosh, the dice that Ben was rolling. And so little freaking blocking dice too. Holy crud.
So I'm saying it was just Nuffle going on autopilot on poor Ben.
Eternal, you can start chatting in the stream instead of the freaking thing, because I have the beeps.
Yep. I'm tempted to mute the damn thing myself.
I'm tempted to find out where he lives, because I know he lives in the UK. I'll find him and kill him.
Oh no! Threats are made.
God damn. Just looking between bloody Steam and the Amazons, if you actually look at the number of dice that they were rolling, like with the
Oh wait, he was.
Steam Train, yeah, just Steam Train rolled.
I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry, I was looking at freaking Discord. I'm sorry, chat. I just saw the beeps.
Yeah. But yeah, Steam Train basically each had to roll so many times, just all the dice, while bloody Amazons just none of them. It says a lot that none of the dice got into the double digits with the Amazons.
I'm going to mute that freaking Eternal. Just watch me.
By just comparison, just Steam Train had for each type of dice had to have rolled. Well,
Yeah.
basically they had to roll over 120 dice.
Yeesh.
By comparison to the Amazons who rolled. Let's have a look. See here.
We're not even close to what even Ben made a quarter of those rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, he felt a lot of dodges. Either way, Ben got freaking Nuffle pretty bad. So let's move on to the last game that was played this week. We're actually finished the week early, to be honest. It was some rats versus some Norse. And
I have to say,
Oh yeah, it was
Go ahead,
Skaven.
Bright.
It's the actual Skaven one, right?
yeah, I have to say, Johnny, well done for winning, but Nuffle was on your side at the last 2 turns. Dear God.
Oh man. So explain what happened,
I'm
Black.
not
I
joking.
wasn't able to watch this because I had to work today.
Fair enough. what happened was, I mean, the game was tight. Don't get me wrong, it was tight.
Hmm.
But in the last 2 turns, Johnny had Nuffle in his corner, and he just everything went on his way for the last 2 turns.
Johnny's learning. I gotta give him that. He might be the worst player in the league. Well, maybe not so much anymore. I think that belongs to Pirate Joe now.
No, it doesn't actually. It's actually now Ronky again.
Wow, he actually won against me too. But we'll get to that in a second.
No, you're right. It is Joe. It is Joe. He's the lowest.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought Ronky was lower. Yeah, got it wrong.
Nope, Joe sucks with
Yep,
Zuggers.
painful sufferings managed to is at the bottom of the ladder, though. To be fair, not by much.
Oh my gosh, the SPP though, to be honest, both teams are actually really high for this game. There was a lot of injuries. And touchdowns for that matter. At least for the Norse. And dice rolls looks about average for rats. And blocking, oh, they got a lot of pals to be honest. Of course, Skulls and Both Down won't be really good against Norse because Norse has all of it. And
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, they did okay for pals, and Norse did really good. They had a good chunk of Both Downs, defender stubbles, and blocks, and they didn't have that many skulls considering. So Norse did have some
And
decent.
I have to call, but however, I have to call out the rat player. I have to call you out, buddy.
Oh shoot!
You had the chance to surf the troll, and you chickened out.
You mean Yeti?
Why did you not go for it? Yeah, you had a chance to throw the Yeti into the crowd, but he chickened out.
Oh what? Wow.
You
Would it have been a red die or was it a white die?
Would have been a red die, but
just
No matter
one
what,
red
it's already
die or
got- look.
2.
it will be 2.
Like,
But he had a reroll, so why not? Go for it.
yeah, fair
I
enough.
mean, I mean, all he needed was any result bar a skull, and he was laughing.
Yeah, you're right on that. Especially if he's using a one of the blockers to actually
Storm
do it.
Ribbon.
Because that way, both down, you're immune to it.
Well, let's be fair to him. He is a more of a green player, and heck, Bromke even said he probably wouldn't have did it if it was red. But who cares? He got a push. It would have been fine. So he understands why. But
I mean, even Ronky was in the chat with us. He was shouting to surf the damn Yeti. We were all shouting it.
yeah, it was something, and he didn't do it. So it happens. But at the same time, he said it might have been a loner lineman. If it was a loner, I would not have done it.
I would have.
But either way, let's move on to the Chaos Dwarfs versus the Necromantic team, and they tied.
Yeah, this was quite a bruising affair. I gotta admit, this was quite a bruising affair.
Yeah, I was actually watching half of this game, and it was blow for blow. JW Rules was getting some KO nonsense. Well, not really KO nonsense, but he got some injuries and he got an expulsion, so he was trying to foul, which I gotta give credit where credit is due for fouling. So good on that, and he got some decent SPP considering that is a tie. So yeah, the dice for Chaos Dwarves, they had a little bit above average in my opinion. They had a lot of 6s and 5s and 4s for that matter, and 3-ups on most of them is pretty good. Besides picking up the ball, blocking dice was kind of bad though. He had 18 skulls. He had a good chunk of stumbles and pals, and he had 9 both down, so it wasn't bad for that matter. And the Stitches Necromantic team, he had a lot of stuff, a lot of dice. So it's not bad.
True. Though going forward, Tucker is probably going to be Tucker the Chaos Dwarf's going to be a bit of a. It's going to be interesting because he's given him Mighty Blow.
Wait, he got a Mighty Blow with a
Yeah.
Chaos Dwarf blocker? Wait a minute, let me see this. Hold up.
Yeah, Tucker, the one who actually
Yeah.
got MVP.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he got Mighty Blow, which is
Oh, it was
Which
Mighty
is
Blow. I
quite
thought it was a
terrifying.
strength up. I was thinking about Clyde. He has a strength up. I told him to do that. But yeah, Mighty Blow with a Chaos Dwarf blocker, that is pretty big. That is going to be fairly scary.
Yeah, all he needs now is to get an actual strength up, and Tucker would probably be fucking monstrous.
Yeah, strength up and claws,
Agreed.
man.
Agreed.
Because those they can get mutations on doubles.
Oh yeah, they can, because yeah, that's right, because Chaos Dwarves.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that team's starting to get a little bit of
But-
teeth after a little bit of time.
Yeah, true.
But what were you gonna say, Black, before we move on?
To be honest, I think this is the thing about teams like the Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves are slow to get going, but once they get going, they are very hard to deal with.
Yeah, they can become very scary.
And we're starting to see that now with the with Scythe's team. Now they're starting to get stronger and stronger with each match.
Yeah. Once they start getting some good mutations and good skills, they become almost unstoppable.
Can you
But-
imagine a Chaos Dwarf with claws?
Yeah, that is pretty scary.
Mm.
But speaking of chaos, let's talk about chaos. Regular chaos versus some ogres. And that
This was hilarious. This match.
It was. The ogres broke some armor. I can see that.
Good. I'm just having a quick look at painful suffering, just the actual team. I'm noticing that one of the ogres has leveled up with an extra point of agility.
Ooh, interesting. That is
Yeah,
going to be his
That's
new ball
terrifying.
Yeah,
You know what he's gonna be, don't you?
yeah. Actually being able to throw
carrier. Yeah, throw.
and having a
Well, not
having a
or
decent
pick-
chance at dodging.
mainly picking up the ball.
Pick up the ball.
Oh god.
Yeah, he has the same agility as a freaking Nobbler now. He doesn't need him anymore. He can just make those guys just distractions.
I gotta admit though, I love the fact when he threw his Nobbler, and the one that died when he crashed into someone. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that part, but I did hear about it, and it was great.
It was absolutely hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
How is this ogre team looking? I know he has the level up. Let's see this. I haven't even looked at the ogre team in a minute. So yeah, the agi up ogre. That is so scary. Of course, the strength up Nobbler. He has another Nobbler that has increased movement allowance too. He has a lot of freaking stat ups.
Yeah.
It's weird
I mean,
to see that.
To be honest, I mean, the ogre that's like agility free. I mean, he is going to be now pretty much a major target now for everyone to try and take out.
Indeed. Most any team that has claws and mighty blow will be targeting him. Oh man, he better protect the ogre because a lot of people's gonna be hunting him down.
Yes, because as we've already seen so far, he's lost one. He's lost an ogre in the past.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Yeah, Mr. El Presidente.
Oh man. Well, let's move on to humans versus discount chaos.
Yeah, and in a somewhat upset victory, humans have won it.
Yeah, we were getting both sides were getting a lot of unlucky dice. Like he got 2 triple skulls rolls, and I kept on getting some single skulls, re-rolled and get a single skull. I think that happened to me 3 times in that game.
Couldn't believe the triple skull one. I thought, oh my god, is Rocky gonna have one of those matches?
He did it twice, dude. But luckily, he usually has a re-roll available.
But you would think though, when you had 3 of them and it's like twice, it's like, is Nuffle out to get you?
Well, he didn't ever get it twice. He didn't ever get it twice. In the same roll, I should say. He got it twice in the game, but not in the same roll. Yeah, and I almost made it a tie. I was so close to making a tie. I was able to pick up the ball, was able to dodge out, and pass the ball inaccurately, and the goblin didn't get the chance to catch it. It was so close. It was a close game. That was a good game. Yes, it was technically an upset, but at the same time, it's Underworld. It's starting to get some teeth. I'm not going to deny that. Freaking Rom was the MVP. He wasn't the MVP literally of the game, but he actually stopped the ogre because he punched the ogre for trying to punch him. It was it was some red dice, I believe, and No,
Yeah, didn't you injure him?
no. Let me stand correct. He had a double skull, and yes, I did injure him. It was just a badly hurt though. So
Now you've got a troll with claws, which is freaking terrifying.
I have a troll with claws and strong arm. Do you know what strong arm does?
That's yeah, I know what that does, and it's like, yeah, I think I'll be seeing a lot of goblins going further afield.
Yes, it's great. Yeah, and freaking Romkey gave him a freaking
assuming-
bloody heart attack. Oh, and yeah, my team's starting to look very scary on itself. I don't have the most best goblins. Granted, I have a block and armor up gobbo, but once I get a ridiculous gobbo like that block gobbo, man, you're gonna see some real shenanigans.
Yeah,
But-
probably will, but that's assuming you don't get like murdered in the process.
Well, we'll worry about my next match in just a little bit because it's not as bad as what you might think. But let's move
Says
on.
you.
Let's move on. Lizardman
Yep, mine.
and your versus the undead. It's a tie, 0-0.
Boy.
Let's talk about it, Bright. Come on.
I mean, I think the best way to sum this up is if you look at the dice, particularly my team, the way my team was rolling.
Hey, Bright. Before I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Romkey says, Bright, can you send Russia Trump after that troll?
I'll see what I can do.
We
But
already
yes,
fought
I
it.
think the best way to describe how this match went is if you look at the dice. If you take the dice I roll, the rolls that I got that were 4, 5, and 6, and add them together, it equals the number of ones I
Holy
rolled.
crud! Yeah, see, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just. I gotta admit though, Bright. I mean, your Russian Trump has become the biggest serial killer so far, which is unreal.
We checked the act. Yeah, because I'll have to check to see if he's still got the Hall of Fame, but
Yes, he's still there.
yeah, his. Okay, Hall of Fame for season 3. No, he's actually been. Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong thing. Serial killer. Yep, he's still on top of the thing.
Russia
He's on
Trump.
top of the heap.
It says a lot about how the season's going. The fact that a skink has managed to get to be number 1 in the amount of kills,
Hmm.
admittingly with 2. One of whom is an ogre.
Yeah.
Which I thought, which was bloody hilarious.
Yeah,
It's great.
we can seriously make him a proper throne out of the bones of the people he's killed, simply because ogre.
Yeah.
But
Man,
what
it's
you need to do is
A skink-sized
You need-
throne.
you need to get a mob, right? A mod for that skink to have Trump's hair with a Russian hat on it, and there you go.
Man, we are getting some freaking players up in here. We got Trump. We got we got freaking Clyde over there with strength 4. Oh man. This is starting to become a really ridiculous season, isn't it?
But
Yeah, but I've leveled up a few of my sources. Got a couple more. Got a couple more who have tackle and block. So
Yeah, the sources
it's
are
coming together.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit of teeth. Especially seeing some block.
I will admit the fact that during the second half when I got a touchback, the fact that I gave it to one of my sources, probably not the greatest move ever.
I was
Oh,
gonna ask you about.
shoot.
I was gonna ask you about that. Why did you do that? Because that was a bit of an unusual move.
Part of it was, well, I will admit part of it was I gave it to one of the sources who hadn't gotten SP, because I wanted to start developing them a bit further, and annoyingly, my MVP was the same source, so if I had
Aw.
actually managed to get a touchdown, he would have leveled up, but
Oh yeah, Brian. I see what you're doing here with New World Order. That is going to be quite scary if he can get. Wait, I think he needs to get one more movement allowance up, right? Or can he still one-turn touchdown since he has sprint? Because that's a one-turn touchdown scheme, potentially, I believe.
Yeah, I believe. Let's see. He has one movement allowance plus sprint, so.
So it'll be 3, so that'll make it 12. So yeah, he is a one-turn touchdown skink, I believe.
Yeah.
He's not. He needs to be 13.
Oh, it needs to be 13, so yeah, he needs an extra movement allowance. But yeah, I see what you're doing, though. That is a fast skink.
Yeah, I just need to give him the thing that allows him to naturally re-roll.
Yeah,
Bloody
sure
go
feet.
for it, then hit.
Sure feet, yeah, that'll be
Go for it,
ridiculous.
then
Skink. Oh,
Yeah.
man. But let's continue.
There's another
on.
target for everyone to try and kill.
Yeah, that scheme's becoming scary. But let's go ahead and continue off this half with the Goth Clan versus the
2-1.
Ember Knights.
Yes, 2-1. Another great upset this week, actually.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. Oathmaster, I had no problem with him. It was GG. It was a good match. I even said it in the match. However, if you watch the match, Nuffle went out of his damn way to make sure I could not win that match. I mean, no. Let me explain what happened. He got the first touchdown, fair play, and then I had a plan. He left his backlines exposed, right?
Okay.
Left them exposed for me to exploit. Kicks off. What does he get? Blitz. I couldn't do anything. Then at the beginning of the second half, what did he get? Blitz.
Oh, that reminds me of freaking when I was playing against in I forget what it's called, but GOBBLN. I was playing against elves and I was necromantic. I got blitzed against elves twice.
Yeah,
And then
I
what
get
happened?
that. I get that as
And-
well. Just
Yeah.
I was playing against Dark Elves, actually,
Oh man.
and they just kept getting blitz. They didn't need the advantage, but they just kept getting it.
But continue
To
on,
make
Black.
matters worse, what happened? And the third time we kicked off, so the fourth time we kicked off, another blitz. I was
Oh,
like,
man.
what the hell? And when I was trying to bash him, I was not even hitting him. I only got two injuries out the whole match, which was really took the mickey.
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Yeah. I guess Nuffle wanted to just sort of humble the orcs a little bit.
Didn't he foul one of your black orcs and did a Bally hurt against them?
Yeah, but he got his J player sent off in the process.
Yeah. In all reality, I think that's still kind of worth it though, because it is I think 50k versus your 100k or 80k, whatever it is. I think it's 100k.
DKM.
Hey,
Yeah,
just the
but-
fact that he got a heavily armored strength 4 off the field in exchange for one of the bloody laymen is probably... That's a good trade by
Yeah,
itself.
that's what I
Yeah.
think. Even if he got sent
But-
off.
But Nuffle made one critical error. If you think I was on a warpath, you've just unleashed the beast. So be warned, League, you've just unleashed the beast.
Get a loss and he gets mad. I think that's everyone though. Oh shoot! But good game, good game. Yeah, your team is become scary.
I mean, it was a good game, like I said. I had nothing with problem with Oathmaster. I mean, it was a fair match. It was just Nuffle just went out of the way just to give me the royal boot.
And man, this Bretonnian team has become pretty darn scary too. He has 2 dirty players, which is linemen obviously. One of his blitzers has sidestep, and the other one has freaking mighty blow, and a blocker has guard. That's a fairly scary Bretonnian team. I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's a fairly solid one, to be fair.
Indeed.
It is. Yeah. You can't argue with that.
But that is for this half. Let us move on to the actual predictions for next week.
Alright, first up,
Mhm.
Chaos Dwarves versus Dark Elves.
Yeah, this is going to be.
So the two slaver races of, well, Warhammer Fantasy going at it.
Indeed, and this is going to be an interesting match. I personally think the elves will probably win just because I know how Scythe plays, but I think the elves are going to take some casualties too. I think this is going to be the match where the elves start taking casualties.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yeah. Like,
Well,
I will admit
I
that...
hate,
Oh, sorry, you go.
I hate to stop you, gentlemen, but in the Discord, we've just got a list of bounties just came up, and here's the bounties that just came up. We've got Deborah for the BMS, we've got Gamora for the Better Than Humans, Imendulaf for the Raiders, and Rom for the Locusts have now all been put up as bounties.
Well, he's already did that before. This is already gone.
I'm surprised Trump's
Yeah.
not up there.
He's probably adding it right now. I
Probably-
guarantee you.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
they're probably at it. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, back to your prediction of the potential butchery of some filthy dark elves.
No, I'm not gonna lie. These elves have a good high chance, and they are probably gonna win. They have an Agi 5 elf. They have a Mighty Blow dodge or blodge elf. They have two blodgers. They have a dark or a witch elf with dodge and wrestle, which is not bad considering that witch elves don't need to be taking that much heavy hitting. I think he wanted to go with wrestle for block, and I think he asked me to if I could change. Obviously, I can't do that once it's been selected. So I think he wanted
It's
wrestle
even
for runner, but
more-
still.
It's even more impressive with the Witch Elf considering that he only picked her up just before my match with him. So
Yeah.
the fact that she's leveled up, actually she leveled up during that match. So
And he has
you
a
got-
lineman with tackle, which I don't think is gonna be a big deal in this match, regardless. Because
Well, to be honest, I mean, you gotta look at the point. Witch elves, like war dancers, can quickly get SP with ease. Same with the Gunners, they can just get it in like one match with ease, because they're like the fastest players. But I do believe that Scythe is going to be one of the bigger threats because he can go toe to toe with most of his players with block. He can go toe to toe.
1, 2, 3. Well, he has 8 blockers compared to freaking. I think it's 8 and 8. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yep.
But one has way better armor than
But
the
I
other.
Yep. But I think this is going to come down to, right? I think it's going to come down to 3 players from each side. In the case of the Rehensibles, it's going to be the Witch Elf,
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. The other one is that AG5 lunatic.
Mhm.
What's his name again? I forgot. His name
Antonio.
escapes me. The Blitzer here, thank you. He's going to be the biggest threat, along with the Witch Elf, and the other one, I believe, is going to be the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, guard.
They're gonna be the big
yeah,
threat.
that guard. It's going to be pretty scary too. But obviously, the Chaos Dwarves blockers, they all have tackle. There's 2 centaurs there that have strength, except one has a niggle, obviously. But they both have block, which is going to be hard for them to take down. And one Chaos Dwarf blocker has Mighty Blow, and there's another strength 4 guy, and it's a freaking Hobgoblin.
But here's the thing, though. The Chaos Dwarfs have one advantage. They're gonna have a lot of inducement money,
Indeed, there is a lot of induced money.
and if Scythe is smart about this, it could tip the scale in his favor. And I recommend Scythe take a chainsaw.
Oh, really?
Come on, it's your best way of getting rid of their blitzers quickly, and they can't stop when you go blitzing with a chainsaw now, can they?
Yeah, you just gotta protect them. And if you get the roll, you have to go first if you have a chainsaw scythe. Play somewhat wide, but not be able to get served. Because that witch elf is a surfer. I guarantee you. I know how to surf.
yeah, I will be honest. Looking at these 2 teams, initially I was gonna go with the Dark Elves to win it, but yeah, honestly, I'm kind of thinking it might be the Chaos Dwarves with a 2-1.
Really bold statement. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see a lot of dead freaking dark elves. I would love to see
Doesn't.
that.
Like, I will admit, most of the touchdowns are probably gonna come about near the second half, because I'm fairly certain that the Dark Elves are gonna suffer a fair few casualties.
Yeah, this is how I think it's going to roll down. Of course, if the Chaos Dwarves can get a lot of injuries early on against the Dark Elves, yes, he can easily win. But I don't know how Scythe plays. He doesn't care. He likes just trying to screw things over for other people. He's going to try his best to get a touchdown or 2, but I know he's not going to worry about it. the Dark Elf is going to easily get a couple of touchdowns against Scythe, guarantee you. But the Dark Elves also going to get a lot of injuries. I assure you, because I can see the armor differences, I can see the strength differences, and yeah, there's not going to be much that he can do because there's a lot of tackle on the field too for those blodgers. So they're not really blodgers anymore, is there? So I think my score is going to be a 3-1, if that. It might be even a 2-0. Scythe losing, but there's going to be probably about maybe 3 to 4 injuries, if not 6 injuries on the Dark Elf team, and probably 1 injury for the Chaos Dwarf team. But that's my prediction. What do you think, Black?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw, but I'm expecting a lot of casualties on the Dark Elf side. However, I think Scythe might suffer probably a death on his side.
Calling a death on the Chaos Dwarfs. I mean, if we see it, we'll see it.
It's just because I think it's Nuffle. Nuffle might say, look, okay, you can beat them and start out of them, but you've got to pay the toll with a death.
Probably. I can see it. Let's just hope it's just a hobgoblin he doesn't care about. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. But I think it's good. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
All right then, fair enough. Next thing is up is going to be some ogres versus some rats. Some skeet.
Rats,
yeah.
Right, too.
Yes, this one's gonna be interesting because, well,
Rats.
yeah, like it's rats versus it is rats versus ogre. They're down the thrower. They are down the thrower.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The Skaven really don't need a thrower. You just need the
No.
gutter runners to just run amok.
Yeah, and he's going to get it back eventually. But yeah, he has actually a good chunk of block. I just not realized that. He has 5 blockers. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and he's gonna be getting, considering just how. Let's see how many rats are still on the dam.
He's going to get 3 loners.
So yes, he's gonna get the line. He's gonna get the line. Basically the Stalin-ish amount of sacrifices to basically die against the ogres. So he does have sacrifices for that, but
Romkey, there's going to be some dead rats, I assure you. If not dead, they're going to be freaking badly hurt.
Agreed. I would say the best thing I think for the rats to do is not play a physical game, just play the speed game.
Yeah, play
And
speed.
they will run rings around the ogres.
Yeah, space out, play speedy, try to take the ball best you can, because those freaking Agi 4 rats, they are really freaking good, I assure ya. I wanted to play Skaven originally.
though to be fair, I will say that in
Hello?
just in painful suffering's favor, if they can actually get the ball to anger quickly burns out, the Skaven are gonna have a hell of a time actually getting it off of him. I don't think they've got much they don't really have much in the way of answers to if an ogre gets the ball.
Yeah, that is true too, freaking, because there's an Agi 3 ogre. If that ogre gets the ball, you might as well say he's gonna be stalling, guarantee you. Try to get some injuries against the rats. So, yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Because how many rats does it actually? Because let's just thinking, it takes what 4 rats to get double dice on an ogre.
How many rats does it take to take down an ogre?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes 4 of them.
Yeah, to get at least a double
that's
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's provided that the 2 ogres with guard aren't actually providing some support.
Yeah.
I think I think he's going to need some serious luck on his side, mainly avoiding boneheads.
Indeed.
He needs boneheads to bail him out, I would say.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if the rat player plays smart, plays speed instead of brute force, I mean, okay, play brute force against the Snotlings by all means, but the rest of the time just play speed, just keep away.
Indeed.
He should be alright.
Yeah, I can see a high score game, believe it or not. I can see probably a 2-2 tie, but I can also see a 3-1 with the Rats winning, depending on how many injuries the Ogres can get against them. That's gonna be the key thing.
I'm honestly in favor of Painful Suffering winning this one.
I think so too. I think the Ogres will win, though. To be honest, I want the Rats to win just because I don't want to see a freaking leveled up Agi 3 Ogre. I really don't want to see that because that's scary already.
Although I will say in favor of the Rats, because it's not. They will have a. Oh wait, they've not as much indictments as one would think, because they're going to
have 211. Well, yeah, he's going to get some inducements, obviously. That's 50k each, so he's going to get about 100.
Yeah, just how much is just the average lineman?
50k.
4, isn't it 40?
No, not on Rats.
Yeah.
I think it's 50.
So he will have some inducements. He will get a decent amount of that in his favor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. My prediction is I believe it's going to be a 2-1 win for the Rats, because I'm going to go for the Rats to win. However, I have a nasty suspicion there's going to be quite a few injuries and deaths by the time it's finished.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If injuries are light, Rats are going to win. If injuries are heavy, Ogre's going to win. Let's just put it as that, and easy as that.
Not so sure, since I will point this out just for the sake of it, but yeah, he's got the Ogres, which alone is going to make the Rats life difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he's got a peaceful life, effectively a Nobler who can by themselves actually, maybe with a bit of get a +1 dice against gutter runners, with some support from small respites who can actually move around pretty damn quickly.
Mm-hmm.
He could potentially have a counter to the gutter runners, or at least a means of taking them down relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But that's going to depend on positioning. That will depend on positioning. So it's not just the Ogres who are a threat here.
Yeah, that's true. But before we further, I want to retort to a comment from Mr. Ronke when he was saying how the elf match wasn't boring. Mate, it was boring to me. I wanted to see more action, more blood and gore, but I saw little of it. It was pretty boring.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
But either way, we have to move on.
And
Indeed.
Yep.
But what is? I don't think I got your. Wait, what did you say the score is going to be, Black? I don't think I got that. Did I?
Yeah, I said 2-1, but there'll be a lot of casualties.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm inclined towards 2-1 as well, but in favor of Painful Suffering.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna go that way. I think the Ogres will win. I want the Rats to win, but I think the Ogres will win just because of skill and the injuries is going to happen. But let's move on.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Wrong keys versus Steam Team.
Yep. Yeah.
This one is another close call match, I would say. This is not cut and dry.
Yeah, but he is missing another ward answer again. Granted, he still has a strength 4 ward answer, but it's not going to be easy for Ben. Ben has been having a rough season.
He's also down a line and on a level up one, so.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair on poor Ben, I mean, the last match, that was just enough for giving him such a kicking. It was like, wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that in this match, Ronke is going to have more of an advantage because he's got a lot more skills than anyone else on his side.
Yeah, but of course, besides the ward answer and catcher, he does outnumber him with skills.
I will admit, I just counted how many people elves are still alive, or at least active.
Romke was saying, sorry, Brian, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Romke was saying, as long as I don't bonehead, I'll be fine. I'm not talking about the ogre boneheading. I mean myself boneheading and being dirt.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Wood Elves. They are gonna have they're gonna have 5 loners.
Yeah, that is the thing that's scary too. Grant, I know he doesn't care about
Mm.
loners, obviously, but loners also will probably have to take a reroll.
Yeah. I will
Eventually.
admit it seems to be a theme with the YouTuber series that just any Wood Elf team that joins it is going to suffer ridiculously heavy casualties.
Luckily, I'm glad Ben is not like a predecessor of ours and sticks to it and trying to win, and he's been successful.
I mean, to be fair, I will, in his defense, the fact that he has leveled up Big Willie PP, and he's managed to get a Strength 4 War Dancer with Strip Ball, is, let's be honest, we've seen a team can be built around less than that.
Indeed.
That's true. I mean, Ben has said he wanted to get a treatment sometime in his league, but the way his team is getting injured in prodigious fashion, it's like he's not getting the chance to.
Well, he could probably eventually save up money, and honestly, if as long as his War Dancer survive, just fine. He can get a treatment. But there is also something big here that we have to say, and that is going to be inducements.
Oh,
yes.
hell yes. Although, let's see. Oh yeah, he'll get some. He will. How much exactly? Because what's 5 times 70?
Oh, it's gonna be 5 times. You might say 5 times 7 is going to be about around 35. So it'd be 35.
50.
Or yeah, 350.
So let's see. It's about 300. So yeah, that'll be about. That'll give him about 200 inducements.
Yeah.
Easy.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that means no halfling chef for Ben because he loves that damn chef.
Well, mainly because he was playing halflings.
Yeah. I think we're going to be seeing probably a chainsaw come into that match as well.
I would love to see his chainsaw. I love seeing goblins with chainsaws. I mean, you can't deny it. They're so good.
They're effective.
Yeah. Until they kill themselves. But what is the score?
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard. Cause.
Agreed.
I feel like this is gonna be a high-scoring game, but
I feel like since y'all have to decide, let me just put this to you. Ben has been really unlucky this entire season. He's got some wins, but he's pulled it out from his butt because of his skill with Blood Bowl. Let's be honest here. He's down a War Dancer. He has another War Dancer, his main War Dancer, obviously, with Strength 4 and Strip Ball. That's going to be his key piece. If he loses that, it's going to be a lot more difficult for him to win the game. Which he has won a game without both War Dancers before. Which is amazing within itself.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, and this is... One thing's favoring Ben is that Ronki has no tackle.
Indeed.
None whatsoever.
he does have a lot of block, and at least and his 3 blitzes have Mighty Blow.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, and yes, that's the caveat. If those blitzers get their hands on the normal elves and just go punch crazy, we're going to see a lot of players either KO'd or killed.
Yeah, that is the scary thing. That is going to be the biggest thing against the elves, is those mighty blows, including the ogre. The ogre's not really so scary because he's so slow, but he can easily get 2 dies on most elves.
Like, admittedly, he's gonna be terrifying for the poor bastards who's gonna be stuck on the front line. But
Oh, don't worry, those are gonna be all number loners.
yeah, they're loners. That's why they're sacrificial lambs. That's literally why they're there.
I'm gonna make a bit of a bold prediction here, and this might surprise a lot of you. I believe Ronki will win 2-1, but I don't think he'll win through the touchdown method. I think we might actually see the first time that one team might not answer the free line challenge call. I feel that Ronki might go on a rampage and start taking a lot of players out pretty quickly.
I do think there's gonna be a lot of injuries, but I really want to see some elves winning. I really do. So I really want Ben to win, but yeah, you're probably right. Ronki's probably gonna win this, just because of sheer injuries. I think it's probably be a 1 or a 2-1 with Ronki winning.
Wow. Listen to this. Ronki thinks I'm on something. He thinks I'm high. No, Ronki. I've got faith in the fact you will probably pull out a win, buddy. I think you will. Think I'm on
Yeah.
drugs or something?
Yeah, I will admit I do. I'm not exactly sure of the exact score, but I am kind of thinking that Romkey, unless Steam Team gets really gets lucky with basically getting a bunch of injuries on the humans early on, Romkey's gonna win, just for the simple fact that just simply attrition.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But either way,
I can't give you an exact number. Can't give you an exact
fair
number.
enough. You're still saying that Romkey's probably gonna win. You don't know the numbers though. But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and move on. We gotta start speeding this up a little bit. Lizardmen versus some high elves.
Yep, Hunt Me versus the High Elves.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah.
Now, Bright, I want to
Yep.
see Elven slaughtering. I want Trump. I want to see Trump murder some elves.
I want to see him murder some elves too.
I think we all want to see some dead elves regardless.
Yeah, this like this. I'm just having a look at his team. They're admittingly he's down. He's down on one of his catches to an injury, so there are at least there are 13. There are going to be 13 happy and healthy and well relatively healthy. There's one with a niggling injury. Elves on the field. I want there to be a lot less of them by the end of this.
Oh man, I gotta add this too, right quick, Bright. Romkey doesn't want to be biased, but he wants to see Russian Trump curb stomp the MCU. and
Nice.
Eternal saying no slaughter.
Oh no, die. We want blood.
Yeah, you got so many
We
elves.
want
You gotta lose
slaughter.
some, man. We gotta kill. We gotta take out those numbers, man. You got too many elves.
Like I did,
Oh, yeah.
like I fully expect their blitzes are not going to have a fun day. Just
Oh yeah.
no.
I mean, if Russian Trump gets another kill, he's going to return from Trump to the new Thanos. He should be.
Just I will literally, if he gets another kill, I will commission him fan art of Russian Trump the skink sitting on a throne made of the bones of the various people he's killed.
Wow.
Just-
That has, you've got to do that, Glad. That's got something you've got to do it one day.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And
maybe.
like he's got Ogre. Let's see, who else did he kill? I know.
Right?
Let's see, who was it?
The
Who was
right, you've killed a right and an ogre.
A white.
Ah, yes, the rights. I need to add some elf. I need to
Add some
particularly
elf
high
to your
They're
kill
fancy
list.
mounts.
So Black,
They're
what is the
fancy.
score gonna be, buddy?
I'm going for a 2-2 draw, but the elves are going to take a bit of a kicking.
Yeah, I can see that too. I want to see you win, Bright, just because I hate elves. Especially high elves, especially this high elf player. I want to see you win. Freaking trying to push my buttons. I want to see you lose for a change because these elves are being super lucky. And I'm talking about when losing, I mean dying. So I'm going to be biased here, and I'm going to say that these lizardmen is going to stomp on some elf skulls and get a freaking 2-1 victory.
And I, of course, will not be making a statement because that would be bias.
Exactly.
Though I won't say who's going to win it. I will be trying to murder as many high elves as possible.
Fair enough.
Because let's be honest. That just with wood elves, you can't really hate the wood elves because, as we've said with this league, they tend not to be overpowered. They tend to lose a lot of people, and you can't help but feel bad for them. High elves, screw the smug bastards.
Thank you. Oh man. So let's stop talking about some
Nice one.
elves and start talking about this match. This is going to be a big match. It is the rematch from Season 1 of the championship. But it's different races, obviously. Some
Yes,
orcs.
orcs versus Amazons.
Indeed.
And this is by far, I think we can all agree, this is the main event of the week. This match between me and Gojira. This is going to be the main event.
It is definitely a huge match. Are both highly leveled. You're going to get some Medusans, though. Freaking Amazon's got some level ups that he needs to do. But it's going to be, it's gonna be a close game. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna try and get a draw out of this because I'll be honest, there is no way in God's name I'm gonna beat Gojira in a straight up speed match or in a brawl match. He all but equals me, so I'll try and go for a draw and hopefully kill a few Amazons while I'm at it. But
Yeah, he has a
it's
lot
gonna
of
be a tall
guard.
order for me.
His Deborah player
Yeah,
is a scary beast right there. A freaking level 4 player with 2 but movement allowance ups and tackle. Ugh.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I'm gonna have to find some way to kill her. I mean, if I kill her, great.
Well, she's
I mean,
only
to
armor
be
value
fair-
7, so if you can get a good POW against her, then you're fine. If you don't get a good POW, just put her on the ground and freaking foul her. There you go.
I
Um,
will just say, in Black's favor, you've got 2 blitzes with tackle.
Indeed.
So so those 2 are gonna be your entire whatever plan you're having going forward. Zogit and Nosgorod are going to be key to it.
Yeah, one blitz has mighty blow with tackle.
Yeah, because they're going to be key. Because, well, for starters, they won't go down if in the event of a both down, and they just ignore dodge. So
Nosgorod needs to go after Deborah. That's what Ronki said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be. But unfortunately, if you've watched my matches throughout the league, I have been. When it comes to hurting people, it's been utterly chronic.
Well,
And
that's where this
trying to
game
hurt people
changes.
I'm sorry. Is the person with 5 wins complaining about having a bad season?
No, what I'm saying is, I had to change my play after the first game to go right.
Oh, shoot.
Since I cannot actually bash to save my life, but passing game, I'll play the passing game well, which is ridiculous.
That was a good burn, Bright. I'm not gonna lie. That was freaking vicious.
Thank you. This is
Also-
coming from someone who's near the bottom of the ladder.
Oh, don't worry, Bright. I could take the burn.
Just,
The question is,
no,
can your Trump take the boot up his arse when I get my hands on?
Oh, shots have been fired.
I mean,
Oh.
big words, but you're not the first person who's tried to go after Trump. You will not be the last.
You would not be the last.
And it will be nice
if
to
I was-
have some additional orc bones on the throne.
Do I recall last season what I did to the elves last season? Last season? What did I do to them last season? Oh, I killed 2 Sauruses. Don't forget that.
You're gonna die. Russian Trump is gonna kill all your players. And it's
The
gonna
hell?
be glorious.
Get
I'm
out of here,
sorry to
Joe.
break in
Hello,
here.
Pirate
Yeah.
Sorry
Joe.
to break in here, but I had to. Moral imperative. The sounds of song.
Wow, we got invaded.
We got invaded, damn it. God.
Just seriously, at the
Stop.
end, if Trump survives to the end of the series of this season, I'm going to commission some artwork of just him with his pile of his throne of bones.
Yes,
That
you
will
did.
be-
You just did tune in into a roast session. Oh shoot.
Well, come on. We're meant. This is meant to be a fun league, and we kind of turned it into a comedy roast by accident.
Oh God.
Either way.
We'll see if the Clinton emails can also get high on the serial killer list, because they have managed to kill before. Admittedly, it was just a bloody snotling, but
Well, Bright, with
Wasn't it-
all this roasting, we
wasn't it
gotta give a
John?
score.
yes, it was. Score for orcs versus Amazons. Honestly, I'm kind of inclined to 2-1 in the orcs' favor.
Hmm. I'm going to be bold here, and I'm going to say it's a tie. I think it's going to be a 1-1 or a 2-2. And, yeah.
Alright.
I can if I could survive.
Yeah, if you can
But,
survive, but you have better
yeah.
armor. You're going to freaking be able to survive most of it.
Oh hell yes. Amazons are surprise. Yeah, Amazons are fairly lightly armored. They literally rely on blodge to survive.
Indeed.
And you've got two blitzers who can counter that pretty
Yeah,
well.
And one of them is a freaking...
true.
it's going to make the
One
armor
of them
value
has-
7 to freaking 6. Halfling armor.
Yeah. And one of them has mighty blow. So
Oh god, Gojira just came in and he just said, "Did I just tune into a roast session?"
Yeah, that's what I was
You
saying
did,
before.
buddy.
Oh, man. Either way, let's move on to Amber Knights versus Norse.
Yeah. Before going any further, Glad, you need to understand, between us Brits and Australians, this is kind of a normal thing between us. It's kind of this rivalry we have.
Fair enough.
Yes.
It's fine. I didn't have no issue with it. I thought it was hilarious.
yeah, it's basically. I feel like it has something to do with the fact that that Australians are the sense of the people that they kind of dumped in the middle of nowhere.
Dang.
You know, in basically a poisonous hellhole.
Oh shoot, we already freaking got a comment steamroll for freaking Norse versus Bretonians.
Alright, so Bretonia versus the Norse.
Hey.
Honestly, I'm
Hmm.
inclined towards.
Inclining.
I mean this to no disrespect to Johnny, because but I'm actually. Yeah, actually, this one's a hard one.
Yeah, it's gonna
This
be
one's a
weird.
hard one, because I just had a quick look at Johnny's thing, because I'm pretty sure Johnny has probably not had the best season thus far.
Yeah, he got a
He's-
win
yeah,
against
but
Raslas.
I would say
but-
this is. I would say this was his best season so far compared to what happened to last season.
Oh shoot, Johnny
Okay,
will
fair
steamroll the tea drinkers. Oh shoot.
Man, this one's a
Um,
tough. This one's a tough one.
I mean,
it is,
I
but
would love to
in
see
my hon-
that.
I'm gonna be honest. If Johnny's like, you know, his is Yeti, right? If his Yeti can get his hands on those blitzers and damages them, it's his for the taking. But I kind of feel that the Amber Knights have got the advantage because of Fend and Wrestle on his side. Kind of negates his block.
Yeah, that is a big issue, and Johnny's not the brightest player. He's becoming better over time, but he's really slow at learning. And Oathmaster, he's not a bad player. He knows how to play Blood Bowl. He might not be the greatest, and we try to take advantage of certain situations. Thank you, Black, even though Nuffle screwed you. But this is going to be a match where I think Oathmaster has the edge just because of skill and skills of his players.
Agreed.
Because, let's be honest, that Yeti might be fairly decent at stopping passes, but he doesn't have Mighty Blow. His claw is pretty much almost ineffective here.
So,
True,
but I think,
but
I think
sorry, you go.
but here's the thing though. Johnny does have a couple of plays with tackle, so that does negate his blitzers to some degree. But there are three factors that go against Johnny. One, he's got a player who's got armor 6, so he's worse than a goblin.
Yeah.
Two, inducements are going to be it's going to be in Amber Knight's favor big time.
No, it's not. It's going to be like 20k.
Yeah, for Amber Knights were just under 100.
No, they're 1,390.
Bloody hell!
And they're
Okay,
down
then.
a player. They're down 40 grand. So that's they're very close to each other actually.
Yep.
But really, I thought they were just under 100 to be honest too. Didn't know. But I think, to be honest, it's going to boil down to who can take the most punishment. That's what
Yeah.
this match is going to come down to, attrition. And I kind of feel that, yes, Johnny has the advantage because he's got like nearly a full roster.
Yeah, he has
is
15
surprising.
players.
So he can
Unfortunately,
take some losses. He can take some losses.
oh yeah, he can take some losses, but I kind of feel that if he is smart with his overs or overs, whatever the hell you want to call those damn things,
Oh, for years.
if he's smart with them,
The werewolf
yeah,
people.
yeah. I usually call them. I just call them men with bad, hair
Yeah, it's
or
oh
hair
for
problem.
years. You're
But
good.
yeah, thanks. I kind of feel that if he can get an early rounds of injuries against most of the Fen players, and then tries to pretty much like lock the blitzers in place, I think he could win. But that's the hard part, trying to lock in those blitzers because they've got dodge and a lot of good skills on their
Yeah.
side.
But he has 2 tackle pieces, obviously. I don't think he's going to be placing his other tackle piece unless... Because Johnny... Like, I was playing a friendly match against Johnny, and he didn't put his strength or his armor value 6 guy on there because he was saying, he's going to get injured! Obviously he's going to get injured. He's armor value 6. That's why you fire him.
I will say this. In because I feel like, just looking at it, I can't help but feel like Johnny could very easily win this simply because Amber Knight's his field's going to be incredibly limited. It's much more limited than usual because Johnny's got a lot of frenzy.
Yeah, there's a lot of frenzy, but there's a lot of things
So-
that the Amber Knights can negate. There's Fend, obviously, with all the linemen, and there's Wrestle with most of the blockers.
True, but I'm thinking more. Well, in the case of the lineman, yeah, they'll be fine on the 2 sides, but he has to be very careful with his actual blitzes. Because Johnny's goal here should be to get rid of the blitzes, not just because they've got the most likely ball carriers and stuff like that, and they're most skilled, but simply because they're the only real members of the team who can potentially threaten his Yeti and his actual +4 strengths.
Yeah.
Simply because they've got Dauntless. So getting them off the field, whether by injuring them or just pushing them off the pitch, should be a priority.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, let's go ahead and say some scores.
I feel like it's gonna be... You know what? I'm gonna go with 2 to 3 in Johnny's favor.
Really? Interesting. That's a lot of touchdowns.
I'm gonna go for 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go a 2-1 with the Amber Knights winning. So, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Either way,
Yep.
hopefully it'll be a great game. I want to see some dead people here. I think that'll be great, because I don't like...
Oh, there's gonna... Yeah, there's gonna be casualties one way or the other.
And y'all two have a
Shall
good
we
match of
move on,
following each
gentlemen?
other.
Now the next match is gonna be interesting because this is one of the only matches. This is gonna be actually a fair fight. both
Yes,
teams are
Serial
equal.
Killers versus Sterling Stitches. Necromantic versus the Undead.
And they are both actually, yeah, I
But
see what
dude-
you mean. They're both even for skill. Or team value, I should say.
Yeah. So it's time to do the graveyard shuffle by the looks of it.
Graveyard Shuffle. Da 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 da.
But in this match, it's gonna come down to the mummies versus the werewolves.
Yeah.
Who's gonna cause the most damage, and how well can they regen from the damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, this...
Because as you well know, Bright, after Russian Trump's little tirade, what he done to the right, well, that kind of proved the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Though I will admit the fact I feel like the match might be a bit more in the Necromantic team favor simply because I ended up killing pretty sure the whites that I killed actually had gotten a level up.
Actually, are you sure it's not a werewolf? Because he's down a werewolf.
No, I went
Oh,
up
you're
against.
talking about
I
Maz.
went
You're
against
talking about Maz.
Yeah.
That's undead.
Yeah.
You said necromantic.
So I'm just saying that's the where that's the. I
White
was
on his
saying
team does
that's
level
the
up, that could kill him.
necromantic. The necromantic team will have a bit of an advantage because I eliminated basically the leveled up white rights, and while it's been replaced, just a level white is still not as good as a leveled up one with skills. But
Agreed. But
okay, I'm only seeing one werewolf on.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, he's
trying to
only got
explain.
one.
One of his games earlier, a werewolf got injured, and it was negative strength, I believe, or an agi, something like that. It was something that it was worthwhile to fire. So he got another ghoul that has a movement allowance up now.
So
I believe this.
Oh, you go.
I believe this match will be decided on one simple factor: who can get rid of their ghouls, or rights, or werewolves the fastest.
Yeah, and
Does
that
that
would be
score
the
over
mummies.
won the match?
Here's something I gotta say. Yes, you played necromantic team in season 2. I played necromantic in another league and got my butt kicked because my armor was just paper a lot of times. And guess what? Mummies, their armor is not paper, even though a werewolf can blitz them. He has to take those rolls. I want JW Rules to win just because I like his attitude in Blood Bowl. He likes fouling. He doesn't care about losing. I mean, he does, but it's not super ridiculous. But I think the undead team's going to win just because the mummies are there and they're so freaking strong.
I'll make the argument that who's going to win the game is going to very much depend on what type of match this is. Because if Az can lock the necromantic team down into an actual brawl, he's going to at least draw.
Yeah.
Because he will win. He will win an extended fight like that.
Yeah.
But if the necromantic team can keep the ball moving, can actually benefit from the fact that they've got fast players, and keep it a mobile game, they'll win.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But as for score, I'm thinking 1-1.
I can see that. I can agree with the tie. But I think that the undead is probably just going to win just because of attrition. I think that's what's going to happen. Because I can tell on how people fight with undead team. They want to be bashy. But the necromantic team is like a mobile bashy team, while the other one is actually more bashy. Obviously, they have freaking mummies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the undead team is going to get the victory. But if skills are involved, I say JW Rule is a little more skilled in Blood Bowl than he is. If skills are involved, he could possibly win. So yeah, I can see a draw or the undead team winning. So I'll agree with it. I'm going to agree with the draw, to be honest. But I think the undead team is going to probably win.
I'm gonna go with draw as well because I don't see them being very high pace.
Either way, it's going to be a good match, and I can't wait to see what happens. And let's look at the last one. It's going to involve my team versus some chaos.
All I can say is this: if your troll somehow goes on a mass rampage, there's gonna be a lot of dead Chaos Warriors. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, he's been pretty darn freaking awesome with those claws. I can say that.
Yeah, and you've actually trained him to throw.
Yep.
Good for you.
So he can throw a goblin fairly decently now.
Well, gentlemen, if we look at the Chaos team, I would say the Chaos team is in a really bad state.
Yes, they are in a horrible state.
I mean, good God, their last match, even though I think it was a draw. The last match was it them? Yeah, it was a draw, but it was a horrendous affair for the Chaos.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at their team right now. Let's see, they're down their Minotaur, they're down 3 Beastmen, and one of the Beastmen who's still up is down in armor points.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Although, to be fair, one of the other Beastmen actually has an armor point in return. So,
They like trade
but-
armor. Here, you have my shoulder piece.
Yeah.
Pow.
Yeah, but
so
this is the
I
thing that
am.
we gotta look.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this would probably be very much in a Chaos's favor, just on the principle of Chaos versus Underworld is going to end one pretty badly for the Underworld team, but yeah, now that we actually seen what the state the team is in, yeah, I'm inclined to think Underworld might pull this off.
Considering how much freaking block and mighty blow and claw I have. Yeah, but they outstrength me. Like most teams.
And here's the funny thing. It'll be glad they'll get inducements because remember he's got to have 4 like replacements, which will all be beastmen, and I think each beastman's about what 60k each. Is that about right?
Either 50 or 60. I think it's 60 though because they have horns.
60. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 224. Yeah, you probably get like you'll get 50k inducement then.
Oh shoot! I get a
Glad.
Bloodbuzzer baby.
Which is a bit-
Nice. That's great.
It's like, yeah, it's one of those weird situations where he is so badly crippled, but because his beastmen cost so much, it's flipped over for Glad for inducements.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I will admit that it does kind of help you a lot that he doesn't have the Minotaur up.
Yeah.
Because if he had the Minotaur, he could potentially counter your troll.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
So that's definitely gonna work in your favor.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting match against me and Pig Dog. Our last game was really close because his freaking gutter runners are so quick, and I play Chaos. But I was able to outbash him. But in this sense, he doesn't have a Minotaur. He doesn't have much block. His Chaos Warriors might have tentacles and one of them has block, but at the same time, I can just punch him with my guy too.
And you've got a couple of people with claw.
Yeah. And one with Mighty Blow, so,
So
hey,
that's gonna
the
help
Beastman,
you a lot.
The Beastman's not gonna be that great against me either, because I have Skaven Blitz with Mighty Blow. So.
And one of them, or by default, has less armor than normal.
Yeah.
He's worse than a goblin. He's a halfling.
Essentially. And I have Blodging Gobbo and Armor Up Gobbo. They're probably not gonna survive, but it's still easy to have that noted.
Yeah, it says a lot about the situation that the cheerful Chasters are in. That with a Chaos team, you need to be fighty because you're not really built for
Speedy.
running the ball and running the ball and doing elven crap.
Yeah.
But the state he's in trouble.
Indeed, it's not a good thing.
He's
for
in
him.
trouble right now.
So I can't say the score. So what do you think the score is going to be, you two?
2-1 in favor of Underworld.
Okay.
I'm going for probably 3-1 Underworld with a lot of air goblin shenanigans.
That's always guaranteed with me. Oh man. But either way, that is this week of predictions. I hope y'all enjoyed the video and stream. Because guarantee you someone wants to watch
crap!
it.
I just glanced at the next week. I'm up against Amazons next week, so yeah.
Who would I fight after that?
So-
I was curious now.
Yeah, so Black, wreck them,
Oh, I gotta fight some elves.
destroy them all.
I gotta fight some elves after that. So.
Do you know who I've got the follow? You know who I've got next week though? I've got
Next
Johnny
week.
next.
Ah, you gotta fight Johnny. It's gonna be great. Oh man.
So yes, the best way you could fight Johnny is if you massacre the Amazons now, so I have an easier time of it.
Yeah.
You're asking me to do near the impossible, but I'll try.
Oh shoot! I'm looking at the leaderboard for most violent, and Rom's on number 2 now. I'm happy with that because I was never on the leaderboards until now.
Let's
That's
see, just having another quick look at the Hall of Fame, because let's see, most violent, I like the fact the most violent is alien overlords. I've got a Saurus up there. I am happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with my troll being over there. But that's the end of this stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and we shall see all of you in the next analysis or our games. Y'all take it easy.
See ya.
Yeah.